used to
God
connect
damn,
the
it hurts.
dots.
Oh, it hurts. Oh, it hurts. It hurts.
Hey, first of all, I should have known my grandma was gonna do this. Cause let me explain to y'all how my grandma used to argue with my granddaddy. Right?
Oh,
Well, how they
God.
used to argue with each other.
Oh my God. Okay. All
Now,
right. Here we go. Here we go.
my grandma cheated with my granddaddy and then became his wife. Okay,
All right.
Mm.
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
she did. Okay.
All right.
Now they would
I'm
argue, and they were that old couple that would call each other she Fred, but he would call her Mama. Okay.
all right.
Well, I
Okay.
don't know what they
Okay.
were arguing about one day. Now there was a hallway that went into a back room past the door to the basement, and there was a bathroom down there, and it led into the kitchen, and then there's like a little walkway you could go through the kitchen, through the breakfast nook, out into the dining room. My granddaddy went and got a dining room chair and sat it right where those two convened.
Okay.
My grandma looked at him. And the only reason I saw this is because I wanted a snack. I was coming from one direction to get a snack, and my other brother was coming from the other direction because we was both gonna ask for a snack, and then we was gonna split it so we could have two snacks each, right? So she said, "Oh, okay." She picked up the car keys and went to go sit in the car. Now let me explain something to you. I know I'm a bad driver, but my grandma was horrible. Like my grandma never drove by herself because she would put people in the car to ask you to look at traffic for her. So he was like, "Oh, no, 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 no. You're
Am I
not about
clear
to."
on that side?
Right. Like he's like, "You're not about to wreck my baby." Plus, he did not want her to find his stash jar of peanut butter because he wasn't supposed to just be eating scoops and scoops of peanut butter. So he had his own jar because he would sit out there when he was stressed and eat peanut butter and like cuss my grandma out in the car. So he
Okay.
went out.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right.
So
All
he
right.
went out.
there.
This just keeps getting better and
Man,
better.
take it to the grave.
This just keeps getting better and better.
Just take it to the grave.
So he went out, convinced her to get out. Probably convinced her that she could have an extra trip at either Neiman's or Saks Fifth Avenue to shop on Saturday. Because every Saturday, that's where she got to go, either Neiman's or Saks to go shop while I don't know what he did. Okay. So she comes back in, but he goes, because he hard headed, goes right back to the chair. But now he has the key, so he feels safe, right? So she blocks one way of the hallway and then she puts her chair right in front of the bathroom door. After she gives him the biggest cup of coffee I'd ever seen in my life. So he decides it's going to be a standoff and he's going to slow sip the coffee. He's at retirement age at this point. And I didn't realize what coffee does to old retired men till that day. Because she was death staring him.
How long have you known me? I could have told you.
I was a kid back then. Okay, I didn't know.
Well,
my first go round with old people.
So you in some danger.
So
you in the danger zone.
All of a sudden, you hear it, crack. He done dropped the cup, and he's trying to like icky shuffle around her, and you just see her legs blocking him. And when she moved across the other side, he realizes he has to push, and if he push, something else gonna push out.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he's like, kids, come help me. We don't want no parts of this. She controlled the food and the money in this house. We not starving, and she said we could.
You're not about to get me in the middle of that, dog.
No.
I'm out of that one. Nah, man.
And
my name Bennett, and I ain't in it.
I am not in it.
She was a firm believer in the switch, and she wasn't one that was going to hit you a whole bunch of times. She perfected a method that she could hit you once, and you felt like Kunta Kinte, okay? But this is also a woman who used to joke about making chicken, because I was a full-grown adult when I realized there was a better way to kill a chicken, because she would grab it by the neck, whip it around real fast, and then fling it, and then watch it run around till it fell over, and then pluck it and cook it. So I knew something was wrong with her.
Well, goddamn.
Just kill the goddamn bird.
Goddamn.
Jesus
So the next
Christ.
thing I heard from my granddaddy was, "Damn it, woman, fine. Just spend the whole day in the damn store. Move so I can go to the bathroom." My grandma filled up her whole closet from Saks Fifth Avenue that weekend, and when she died, that same closet had remained untouched with all of the tags still on it. She did it to be petty.
Jesus Christ. God damn. Your whole family was like on some other shit.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Whole family like, yeah.
Welcome to Island
like,
Life.
I got you. Listen.
Say, hey, yo, hey,
Hey.
don't mess with grandma. Don't mess with grandma.
And on the other side,
I don't want nothing to do with it.
Hey,
walk to
hey.
my granny and papa's house, and you walk past the bedroom, whole camcorder set up, focused on the bed. It's just trauma all the way around.
Easily fucking.
And then I was telling Chaos last night that my granny and papa belonged to a group called the Compatibles, and he was like, they were swingers, and it settled in.
All right.
Things I'm learning as a full-grown adult.
All right. All right.
Bet you wish you had just minded your own goddamn business, don't you?
And I was like, this makes, because I used to wonder, like, in school, every time I made a friend, their parents were friends with my grandparents, and it didn't quite click.
You were just thinking, my grandparents know everybody.
Right. It clicked last night. It clicked last night.
Yeah,
why that is.
They know them intimately.
My grandparents is really popular.
Everybody know my grandparents.
Why are my grandparents so popular?
Everybody know how come everybody know my granddaddy?
Oh, and let's not
how come
forget
they know my grandmama?
My granny tried to get me beat up by a bunch of senior citizens at a funeral. Because I didn't realize that there's certain schools in Cincinnati, Ohio, that until them people die, they are ride or die for them schools. And my granny knew a couple of people that graduated from that school, and she took me to a funeral like, yeah, my dear friend passed away. We're getting ready to leave. And she's like, do you have the keys? And I was like, oh, yeah, here you go. And then she turned around. And she was like, yeah, just so you know, this is my grandbaby. She didn't go to the school. And then I saw my granny disappear off into the distance, and these people was gonna whoop my ass for not going to their high school. What?
God
You're 175 years old.
God damn.
Why she put that evil on you? Fuck. Got nothing to do with this. Why everybody hate me?
But keep in mind,
Jesus
this
fucking
is the same
Christ.
woman whose sister it was that I told y'all was catching speed tickets in her hover round.
How?
That ran into the pastor one time, because I don't know what the pastor said to her, but all I know is that she backed up and then she went forward.
Are you seriously fucking telling me?
Angry?
Are you telling me right now?
Angry?
You looking at me right now and you telling me that there's this woman that had a hover round, a goddamn hover round, and she got a speeding ticket from a hover round?
She would, okay. Remember when I told you that my aunt was asking me to experiment with stuff? Remember I told you that she crashed into the garage across the street? Well, we finally figured it out. We perfected it. Don't contact me regarding souping up your hover rounds. I had to sign paperwork saying that I would never do it again in life. Okay? And I can't tell nobody how to do it either. That's the ultimate timeout. But she did. And the reason why I got busted is because she backed up and then revved up and ran into the past. Now, did
that's
they deserve
some
it?
Mythbuster shit.
But I wanted to see if I could do it, and I should have asked her more questions as to why she wanted me to do it. That probably should have been my first. Yeah, I should learn how to ask more questions before I agree to do stuff.
Rambo.
Let's see if we can RC a wheelchair.
Rambo.
I was down for the
I have
challenge.
not. Rambo, goddammit.
Like,
I got
y'all
nothing.
Y'all ain't never had a relative that like issued you.
No.
Like,
No.
But I mean, she offered
if I had
me,
a relative that was running around here racing people on a goddamn rascal scooter or some shit,
and
I'm leaving them wherever the fuck they are.
No, I can honestly say I've never had a relative that has got a speeding ticket from off a rascal scooter.
I mean, never. Look, in my defense.
There's a defense to
she
this?
She did take me to go get truffle chili cheese fries.
How is that?
What in the fuck is it with this exotic ass food? We had truffle chili cheese. Fuck.
Hey man.
It was
Hey, man.
delicious.
Chili cheese fries.
Hey,
Just
man.
regular chili cheese.
Don't.
Put the truffle on.
Hey,
top.
man. Don't knock the truffles.
I am not
Truffles.
knocking shit. I'm
Don't-
just asking.
Don't knock the
Truffles
truffles,
are
man.
delicious.
Don't knock the truffles, bro.
Just asking.
Don't knock the truffles.
When we got more truffle shit. And the fuck? What? What
Don't knock the truffles, bro.
we doing right now?
Don't be knocking
It's-
truffles.
Truffles are
It's
in the
delicious. Just like I have a beautiful recipe for truffle beef bacon jam.
Okay, see, I was
No,
see, she-
no.
Do you eat food that normal people eat? Like
I do.
truffle beef. You know what? Never mind. Just-
It's
Sounds
really
amazing.
good on a grilled burger.
That sounds amazing.
It
Never happened to just-
really is.
grilling the goddamn burger.
It sounds amazing, honestly.
Am I wrong for asking where the grilled burger is? Maybe it's just me.
Especially
should I
if you
know?
especially if you do a grilled bison burger.
I
told you my daddy makes friends with butchers. Okay. Don't judge me.
Hey,
Man,
Say-
the man
hey,
is out
look.
here.
having a butcher as a friend, that shit is convenient.
Never a bad thing.
That is
Yeah.
always a great thing.
My daddy always making friends with a butcher. Okay.
The
One
man-
butcher friend of his died like 3 days later. He had a new butcher friend. I don't know where he get them from, but he get them.
The man. Listen, maybe it's just me. I don't. What am I supposed to do with this information? My dad makes
Like,
beef
look.
burger. Like I,
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. All right, where probably 4 or 5 miles from where I live, there's a deer processing plant. If I had a friend that worked there, I'd have all kinds of deer steaks, nuggets, jerky, all kinds of shit, the whole nine.
And
All
so
year
my
round.
one uncle, I may he continue to rest in paradise. This is why I miss him, because that was my hunting buddy. And people are like, you could still go hunting for the deer. No, I can't. I don't see very well, and I don't hear well enough to actually be out there. Okay. He was my eyes and ears, literally. I was just a better shot. And nobody, well, the only other person that I've asked to go out hunting with me is my nemesis. And she said no.
face frozen.
Oh,
She
look,
can't-
I'm gonna put it to you like this.
she-
I
her
was,
face frozen.
Hey.
look, I was having, I had a Cheney plan.
Hey, Taz, let me tell you, my backyard is the perfect place to go deer hunting. Because here's the thing, all you got to do, you put enough food out, they come out to you.
Oh yeah, I can pick
And
them
then,
off.
and it's not like, they see and then they run away. No, they stay, they linger, they hang around
Yeah, see the
they
one
hang
place
out
that we used to go
because they're food.
Let's just
when I
knock
lived
off
in-
the ones that are actually
Well, no,
there
when,
already.
no,
Right?
when I lived in Frankfort, Kentucky, yes, this is another Frankfort, Kentucky story. I accidentally made friends with a woman who had married the son of like one of the owners of like one of the biggest farms in central Kentucky, right? We met at the library. I didn't know that she was a farm girl. I thought she was cool. Actually, I thought she was cute and she was into history, and I was trying to flirt, and it didn't go that way. But friendship is friendship. And
She
they
said
were like,
friendship is friendship.
Friendship is friendship.
they were like,
Friendship is friendship. That works. I mean, if you don't
Friendship
flirt,
is friendship.
friends are
I mean-
forever. Yeah.
right.
That is
But
that is
she
not
was
an
like,
answer
"Oh,
to any
did you
question of
know-"
what is friend or ships.
I'm trying to figure that out. How do you get that answer?
She's like, my family, like at certain times of the year, they let people pay to come out and hunt on this portion of the farmland, but since we're friends, you don't have to pay. And they had little cabins. So I told my uncle, like, hey, let's go down there. So yeah. But okay, first of all, let me explain something. Okay. When I say friendship, it's because of how I met my best friend. Okay.
He's the friend that it never listen.
Once again, I was trying to flirt with her, but that time the flirting worked. It worked. Okay, it worked, and we know each other very well, but we're friends
Hey
now.
yo,
It's platonic.
hey yo,
It's platonic now.
wait a minute.
All right.
Now it's platonic.
All right.
I bet it wasn't platonic when it started.
No.
She said,
lot of
no.
misunderstandings in furniture moving.
It's all it's. Well, I mean,
I'm-
she offered to be a wedding gift. So
All right. That happened. That's the
and
thing that
here's the
happened.
thing: when I
3
went
minutes till
through
the show starts.
puberty,
That's the
when
thing
I
that
went through
happened.
real puberty at 40, okay? Because I went from looking
Duh.
like a prepubescent 12-year-old boy. I woke up and was like, I got boobs. Should I have texted her first to see where she was at? Absolutely. Did I do that? No.
No.
I FaceTime her
No,
while
the
she
fuck
was
you did
working
not.
at Fifth Third Bank. And I was like, I got boobs. She was in the middle of a
Lord.
performance review.
Yo, why you
Hey.
fucking up people performance review?
Actually, she got the best performance
I
review.
got titties.
Because Becca, thank you for looking out for my girls and thank you for complimenting me on.
Baby, I
boobage.
have boobs.
Okay, there's
Baby,
thank you, Becca, for complimenting me on my boobs and giving my
I have been
bestie
given
a lovely
these
raise. At that
boobs,
point-
baby.
my bestie never had to work another Saturday.
All
Becca
right.
started popping up over her house like, is your friend FaceTiming today?
2 minutes before the show starts. 2 minutes before the show starts.
Oh, shit.
2 minutes. 2 minutes before airtime. 2 minutes before airtime.
Becca and I could have been a thing, but she fucked up and
2 minutes before. 2 minutes airtime.
and she
What am I
called me,
supposed to do? with
she called me
this
sneezy
information?
and asked me if I had six more dwarfs that lived with
Hey
me.
yo,
All right.
Because she got a
minute and a
picture
half
of
to-
my
minute and a half
furniture.
till airtime.
She got a picture. I took a picture on my furniture at the time, and I realized that my furniture did look
Show's
like
gonna
it
be brought
belonged
to you
in
in
a
part by
clubhouse.
lesbianlove.com.
But friendship is friendship.
Everything
If you
doesn't
can't-
have to be platonic at lesbianlove.com.
First of all, if you
Friendship
can't
is-
share
that
with
is-
your friends, who can you share with?
I know, but
That is not an answer to
Friend
anything
or
of what is
you
friendship.
don't have to be lonely at lesbianlove.com.
Jay Thomas in the chat.
Look,
show
I
is
got a new tattoo, and the only reason I have not bombarded y'all with my new tattoo is because of the placement. And I was like, that would be super inappropriate.
Okay, we'll start the show now.
All
Starting
right.
the show.
I'm
Oh,
proud of it. Though.
boy, listen, y'all walked into some shit tonight, boy. You
It's,
don't have to be
Oh,
lonely
It's been-
at lesbianlove.com.
So look here, we've been on a roller coaster ride already,
It's been wild.
and the show hadn't even started,
Listen,
It-
and
show
we've
ain't
been on a
even
roller
started yet.
coaster,
Show ain't even started yet.
and we're on a roller
We're already
coaster.
going, hey, yo, what is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday evening. You know what that means. It is time for the non-janky award-winning The Villain's View on Ghost Claw Productions Radio, GCPR, where every voice matters. And streaming, my name is and streaming over on the YouTubes and the Facebooks. I don't know about TikTok, really don't care. My name is Thomas Bishop. I'm known as the villain. I am joined by my regular co-host Rogues. To my left is the founder and producer of lesbianlove.com. She hosts the Taz Effect every weekday. I call her my little sister. You refer to her as Miss Taz J. Taz, please say hello to just flirt us.
You call it scissoring. I call it lip locking. But anywhere that it goes, lesbian love conquers all. Hey, everyone.
To my bottom left is the angriest IT nerd on the East Coast. The man hosts a bunch of shows. You can see him on the screen. He is currently trying not to blush and fall out of his chair. I call
I'm
him
trying not to
Gilbert.
bust
You
my
refer
ass
to him
falling out laughing. All right.
Ow.
I call him Gilbert. You refer to him as the angry IT nerd. Say something, man.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody
This is a
doing
new
tonight?
record. I've broken everybody before we even start.
Even Gambit is side-eyeing.
Bombastic side eye.
God,
The criminal offensive side eye.
Oh my God.
Victory. Victory.
Vic,
she
we haven't even
says.
started the show. That's a victory. To my bottom right
What competition is this?
Like,
is
The
the man with the
hell?
crispiest beard on the East Coast in the Midwest. His co-host of Rules and Acquisition. I refer to him as my big little brother. I call him Nate. You will refer to him as General Gambit, man. Say so.
Struggle love condoms. You can raw dog your feelings, not your hookups.
And he starts off with a raw dog. Oh shit! All right, so we're gonna have Taz does the news, and then I think we just want to talk about I don't know what tomorrow is.
How to make friends. No, I'm
How
just
to-
playing. I'm
how
just
to-
playing. I'm just playing.
How to make friends and influence others.
How to make friends and influence
Oh,
people.
good.
We
Let me
doing
get out
right
my
now.
pen.
How to make friends and influence
Christ.
people. Hosted by Taz J.
Jeez, the fucking wheeze, man. Know where we are right now. This is crazy.
Let's take
Nuts.
notes.
So
Make
Real
a note
friends.
of that.
Real friends scratch all of your itches.
welcome
Okay.
to Villain's
That's true.
View. We're glad
That
to
is a
see
fact.
you, bitches. Listen, that could be a phrase for the show. Real friends scratch all your itches. Welcome to the Villain's View. We're glad to see you, bitches.
Welcome, bitches.
Welcome, bitches.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay. All right, let's get into the news. I gotta stop this because we got some.
It's a celebration. Are you watching the Villain's View? It's a celebration, bitches.
It's a celebration, bitches.
Okay. News.
News.
How the fuck
All
did
right.
we get here?
Hmm. All right.
And you know what? My sister friend is tuning in for the very first time to watch this show.
I
She's
bet it'll be the
probably
last time. Girl, I ain't watching that shit. That's
Clutching.
wild.
her pearls
It's like-
because she knows me as a very demure young lady.
Real friends.
And now
scratch
she's looking at this.
itches.
It's like,
Welcome
what
to
in
the
the hell
Villain's
is
View.
this
It's a
shit?
celebration, bitches.
what in the hell is this shit? She got me watching.
Okay.
She said, watch this. What is this shit she got me watching? The hell is he two god? The hell is he two goddamn fools? You two talking about nothing? And you say there's a celebration, bitches.
Oh my God. Oh God. Girls is so, I cooked the. I am cooked. Oh shit.
Celebrate,
Randall is
Fox,
cooked.
Come on.
Listen, Randall is baked already.
Oh,
Randall is
Goddamn, Randall.
slow cooked.
Goddamn, Randall.
Listen, I'm cooked
Hey,
on a
yo.
gummy.
Hey,
God
listen,
damn.
Hey,
Randall?
Randall, you been slow cooking yourself like a roast all
Hey.
day?
Randall.
Randall. God damn it.
You been slow cooking yourself all day like a roast?
First of all, Randall.
Oh,
Now
shit.
that now that we're friends, Randall, because we've established this, you have not paid the friend tax, Randall. Where my Reese's cups at, Randall?
Randall.
Oh, yeah.
Randall, please pay this woman her Reese cups, please.
Say please. Yeah.
In the name of Raul, please play this woman. Don't let your shit lapse. You go.
Nope, because Thomas let his lapse.
I
So
let
what
my
did-
shit lapse.
What did we learn Friday, Thomas? What did we learn?
We learned
Hey,
that
guys,
she's
I'm
not
Very
playing around.
serious about her.
Said
Yo!
we learned Taz
We
don't
learned
play that.
Playboy, got
Said Taz don't play that.
Listen,
Because I'm a pimp named
Hold
Slick.
on.
Back up pimp.
Monica said Trump did it. Things have already gone to sharp left. Oh, just wait.
Oh.
just
We
wait.
can't drive.
So
This
look at
is just I didn't even
So we
stretch
ain't,
yet.
shit ain't even got off the
Oh.
rails yet. It's still
I
on the
haven't even
rails.
Stretched yet? Okay,
Yeah.
this the
We
beginning.
try to get to the news,
So
and she
listen.
over here talking about a real friend to scratch all your itches. Welcome to the Villain's View. It's a celebration.
All right.
It's a
Okay,
celebration,
all
bitches.
Okay, let's get to it. Here's Taz's take on the news. Okay, Chrissy
All right, all
Nome
right.
says Americans should be prepared to prove their citizenship as ICE ramps up AIDS. Christy, come here.
Who said
First of
this?
all-
Who the fuck said this?
No.
Christy
Christy
Nome.
Nome, that
First of all,
bird like a
bitch,
hoe.
Christy, the Secret Service lets you get robbed. I would shut up. Just shut up. The Secret Service let you get robbed. But let's
Does
get
she really honestly think we gonna walk around with, here's my papers for being an American? Bitch, I will put my fucking nuts on your forehead, you
First
bony
of all,
bitch.
doesn't
Better
your
get the
face
fuck on.
doesn't your face have to match the picture on your ID?
Yeah.
Christy, where
Christy-
your papers at? 'Cause
Chrissy,
your
Chrissy
face
ain't look
don't
like
match
that
your
in a
ID.
long
She didn't look like that in a hot
time.
minute.
Her fucking driver's license looked like a before and after picture.
I'm just
Now,
saying.
see, even-
Before I got the Mar-a-Lago face, my face afterward. Bitch, please. You don't look like who the fuck. Christy Nome does not look like she belong here. And I'm not talking about she looked like
Christy
she's
Nome
Venezuelan.
is a bird-legged hoe.
The bitch look
Christy
Venetian.
Nome is a bird-legged hoe.
Christy
Christy
tell somebody-
Nome is a bird-legged hoe.
Be
That
prepared to-
hoe has got to go.
Listen, be prepared to prove that your citizenship. Bitch, I'm blacker than a trillion midnights. Fuck, what do you want me to do? Pull out a picture of Roots? Fuck you.
First of all, and
Silly.
if you raggedy
prove that I'm
bitches,
hey,
report
listen.
me again.
So listen, bitch, do you
Report
hear
me
my
again. I'm
accent?
paying all of y'all a visit.
Yeah,
So you hear my slight country twang and the accent and when I
you know
talk?
what I'm saying?
How the fuck you think? No,
Bitch, I sound
yes,
like I went to a public education school here in America. Shut the fuck up.
I sound and I
you want
talk
me to
like I
prove
went to a public
belong
fucking.
here?
I sound and I talk
gonna
like I
do?
went to a
Deport me to
public
Costa
goddamn
Rica? I
education
wish you
fucking
would.
school here. So I'm, of course.
Listen.
Fuck you, dumb bitch.
Listen, I will walk up in a nice ass suit and start talking like Al Pacino was Tony Montana. I said out there.
Let's get into the article.
All right.
Numbers.
All right.
Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem is pushing back on reports that federal agents have asked people to prove their citizenship as ICE operations continue in cities across the United States. Speaking to reporters outside the White House on Thursday, January 15th, Noem was asked why ICE and border agents have seemingly questioned people about their citizenship status and whether she expects Americans to carry documentation in case they are stopped. She said, and I quote, "In every situation, we're doing targeted enforcement. If we are on a target and doing an operation, there may be individuals surrounding that criminal that we may be asking who they are and why they're there, having them validate their identity." First of all, me being an innocent bystander does not mean that I need to be ID'd. But I'm
wish that
gonna
bitch
tell y'all the most shocking thing that I found about this whole thing. Kristi Noem is 54.
I'm sorry, what?
Kristi Noem is 54.
The bitch is the same age as me. Yo, why does Christy Nome look preserved?
I
Chrissy
read.
don't look like a body that's-
I'm pretty sure that's kind of hard to tell because
Now,
most
Bitch
of her
look
body
preserved.
is under
exactly.
the age
And
of
now
18.
y'all know when I'm trying to
A body
confirm
before they
stuff, I
mummify
have
it.
no problem randomly asking people. And I did a little bit of digging, and I was like, okay, she, lived in this area. She's from this area. So I was asking people like, hey, can you confirm this? Because, a lot of times you get people's ages from Wikipedia or whatever, and I want to just verify, is this true? Christy, people you went to high school don't like you. I'm gonna just put that out there. They don't like you. And many of them,
Goddamn.
and I'm gonna put it as politely as I can so we don't catch a strike. They're calling you Nancy Reagan 2.0.
Oh, damn.
Christy Nome looked like
Oh.
Hemotep 15 minutes after they put him in the box.
And they're insinuating that you didn't exactly allegedly pass all of your high school classes, that you gucked your way into passing grades, allegedly, because I couldn't
damn.
confirm it.
Christy Nome looked like she wakes up every morning in scarabs.
Because
She's got
some
a
of the
blanket of
teachers,
scarabs.
some of the teachers that they named, I don't know if they're still alive. I don't know if they just don't have social media. I don't know if they're on some obscure social media site that I just don't know about yet, but I couldn't find them to confirm. Because was I trying to confirm? Absolutely. Because
I don't want to confirm. Please don't confirm that.
I wanted Joe Hotels, Christy, because I wanted to know how somebody with a Popeyes
Don't do
level
that.
of dryness cooter biscuit was able to pull this off. Because you had to leave somebody with sandpaper Vienna sausage. Like, why would they want to come back? But then I realized I had to remember, as Tazzy Farms does, that you moved into a military base with your affair partner, not your husband or kids. So
Yes. Since she out here wanting people to demand they fucking papers and show that they fucking are American citizens, I demand that she get off Corey Lewandowski's dick. I said it. Everybody in the room knew it was going. I'm saying what everybody's thinking. I'm with the culture stealer. Bitch, get off his dick.
Let me remind people that the same people that are like, yeah, she's right, they should show their papers, are the same people that said that it was an infringement on their rights to show vaccination records during COVID-19.
Let me tell you something. I wish the fuck they would. I am a disabled veteran.
People arguing in
I'm a disabled veteran. I'll bite your fucking ankles. I wish the fuck you would ask me if I belong here. Where the fuck else did I come from? Not like this place was giving out free housing and shit. I would ask me. I will pee on your shoes. I'm a disabled vet. I can get away with it. I'll just go, sir, you're out here and we're doing an enforcement. You sure? I will just go, I'll be listening to you, and I'm going to just whip my shit out and piss on your shoe. Oh, my bad. I'm a disabled vet. I'm a little bit crazy. What the fuck I look like at you?
All I know is there is a subreddit that is detailing disabled vets taping their papers or doing the old school safety pinning their papers to their shirt.
That's
and slanging shit at ICE agents. So
I am mentally fucked up all the goddamn. Listen, I stay in a perpetual state of fear. Ask me that shit. I will shit on your shoes. You have papers? Yeah, I got enough paper to wipe my ass. You don't get the fuck on. Continue. Out here looking like Hemotep. Why that bitch look like a dried out fruit roll up?
Now, this next one does not come from an article. This next story doesn't come from an article. This is one of this is one from the notes.
Uh-oh. Got the notes.
All right.
Hey, Jake Lang got his ass whooped. Bet he stay home.
Yeah. That's the next one that's going to come from the notes. But
I'm gonna sit there quiet.
The children of Greenland are having nightmares because they think that we regular schmegula American citizens are coming to invade them because of Trump's threats. I want to say this, okay? I want to say this. Don't do this on TikTok because we have to remember that now TikTok has an American algorithm. It's not as international as you think. But if you have additional social media platforms, put out a message to these children, letting them know that we're not in agreement with this. We're doing the best that we can, and we are not coming to disrupt their peace.
To all the Greenland children, all of America does not want Greenland. We are perfectly happy with having Greenland be its own sovereign country. We love you guys. Nobody else. Please understand, we all didn't vote for this motherfucker. Like, I wish I could talk to the people from Greenland personally. We didn't vote for this motherfucker. As a matter of fact, if you really want to be honest about it, we don't like him either. We're trying to, all of us have a death clock. All of us have a death clock. We're waiting for this motherfucker to croak. We do not want Greenland, but fuck him and everybody. Why would you scare kids? Kids? Kids.
And here's the thing, before somebody tries to say that I'm fear-mongering, if y'all been around here for a while, you know, I literally will get online and ask people stuff. And I've talked to so many people over there. It's bad. The anxiety levels are high. These kids don't want to go to sleep. They're afraid to go to sleep because look at what look at what Trump just did to Venezuela. These children are.
And America only gives a fuck about their children when they're on a list with Jeffrey or not being shot. They care about them in the womb.
And that's just barely.
All the Venezuelan kids are now afraid of the United States. Every one of them. Every fucking one of them. Which is why if Venezuela allows that Machado chick to become y'all fucking president, y'all are dumb as shit.
Well, here's
That
the thing.
bitch-
They took Maduro. Maduro's whole administration is still in power. Nothing
Because-
changed.
Because at the end of the fucking day, it had nothing to do with Maduro. It's
Bingo.
Donald Trump wagging his dick.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, he won't die. Listen, we keep every one of us that didn't vote for this motherfucker, when we go to bed, we all of us keep saying the same thing. I hope Trump go to sleep. We hope he never wakes the fuck up. And I'm sorry, I'm using my fucking First Amendment right to say it. That motherfucker is tipping towards 80. He need to hurry up and just
Melania,
go to bed.
Take that.
Don't come up. Go to
Take-
bed.
Melania,
Don't
Go,
get up.
take-
go to the light.
Just go to
Melania,
the light, Caroline.
take one for the team,
Go to
okay? I know it's been
the
50, 11 years since y'all done
light.
shared a bedroom.
Melania
Just-
got to give him some good that'll break his
No,
heart.
she ain't got to do, just help him with his pillows.
Ooh, yes. Melania, you be doing all of us a favor, bitch, if you just fluff his pillows with his head underneath.
Now,
If you-
over the weekend, a Jan 6er that was already pardoned received a second pardon from Trump. Another Jan 6er was picked up for child molestation against an 11-year-old boy. Then there was a third Jan 6er who received a pardon, then made headlines and tried to bitch out and go into his highly racist Nazi Facebook group and say that he was publicly lynched on TV. Bro, you're alive. You were not lynched. And who am I talking about?
Say it.
The pardoned Jan 6er who was chased from a pro-ICE rally that he put together, proclaiming that he was going to burn the Quran. Jake Lane. Now, he was among, there was
Keep your fucking ass
approximately,
out of Minneapolis.
yeah, there was approximately 1,600 people that were granted clemency by President Trump. And one of them happened to be Jake Lane. Right before where everybody's getting these clips that are being posted to social media, because I'm politically and historically nosy, Jake Lane pulled up playing Ice, Ice, Baby, and they showed him 6 minutes later
They showed him the
putting
too
your
cold, too
ass
cold part.
on Ice, Ice, Baby. And for those that are getting things wrong, a lot of people are seeing a black man pull Jake, and they're thinking that this black man is protecting him. I need you all to realize that there are organizations that are predominantly manned by black men to de-escalate and keep tensions low, because let's not forget they shot a white woman in the face. What you think that they're gonna do if they pull up and see black people, even
Okay.
if the white person is the aggressor? I also asked people about it, and this man was a part of the de-escalation team, and they just wanted Jake gone. He was happy.
He was about to be gone. Had
He
that
was
black
happy.
man not been there, he would have been gone the old-fashioned way. You're not going back to Florida. You going back to the other side. I'm sorry. I don't think they should have cracked his head open. I said it. Fuck it. I said it.
And
You gonna bring your ass
also-
from Florida to fucking Minneapolis to act like you ain't got no fucking sense? It should have been the last trip you ever took.
Yeah. Jakey Poo also showed up claiming that immigrants were replacing white people. I did not know that white people couldn't be immigrants, and for every non-white immigrant that showed up, a white person had to be expatriated. But you know, who knew? Remember,
Can we
he
talk about
promised.
that tonight? Can we please talk about that tonight? Please? I'm begging you. Please, please, please. Can we talk about that tonight? Please?
Yeah. But here's the thing. He promised that there would be Quran burning. That didn't happen. And he actually called his rally a Crusader March on Little Somalia.
He didn't get out of downtown Minneapolis. How you gonna march on Little Somalia? You can't even get out the fucking downtown area. Listen, the best part of that whole video, the best part of that visit was when they got his ass in that car. This motherfucker got punched in his face, knocked down. He got rocks and shit thrown at him. He dove into somebody's car. Then they caught the car. Then they opened the door. Listen, the best part of that was somebody said, hold on, is he in there? He in here. And they opened that door, and man, when I tell you, it was going to kill his ass.
Now, if you get a chance, the group that truly called attention to this and rallied the troops against him are called the People's Action Coalition Against Trump.
People.
And they said, fuck Nazis every day. Now, before we move on to our general discussion, I also want to put this out. This person is fellow Villains Guild and also fellow GCPR. And that is our good Aquaman, who's out here getting into the good trouble. If you follow him on TikTok, please go to his latest videos. And if you can, please donate to his GoFundMe so he can continue to do the good work. Tomorrow, I will add his GoFundMe link to my link tree.
I'll do it to mine. I will have it on the Sound of Coffee tomorrow morning.
Yes, but please. And to Dave, I am so sorry. I am not up there to be with you tonight. I had to be, where I am now so I can get things moving and grooving. But Mr. Aquaman
listen, he gonna put a trident up your ass.
Is out here doing the good work, and while boots on the ground doing the good work, he is still very protective of the rest of us that are doing all the rest of it, the educating, the lobbying, and everything else, because we have to work in conjunction. The one thing that you have to learn from previous points in history is that yes, protesting is amazing and it's great and it grabs attention and it gets people motivated, but you have to combine that with lobbying, education, and legislation. And litigation. So when you can, white people, sue the motherfuckers.
Thank you, Taz. The Taz does the news. So tomorrow is the observance of the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King. And
or as my nephew that I had to unblock calls it Blackity Black Monday.
Blackity Black Monday. And with that being in mind, and it is something that Taz brought up on the news, can we kill a myth tonight here on TVV? Nobody wants to replace white people. I don't know why the fuck y'all keep thinking this. Now, there's some white people that don't want white people. There are white people that are done with white people.
But here's the thing. They created a rule and a hierarchy, and this is why I say all the time, and those that tune in that have joined my open discussions on race and have been in my class, y'all are familiar with this. Don't give it away in the comments section. Let me cook, okay? They created this hierarchy, but racism doesn't have a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan. They don't look past the moment that they're speaking. They created a hierarchy and a system that eliminates them because they said you can add to everybody else, but the only thing you can do to whiteness is subtract to it. So once you add anything else to whiteness, it's no longer white. They did it to themselves, and that's why they're terrified, because they know deep down inside, they like seasoning and everything that they do, even down to the oochie coochie.
But the problem with this is, because I was watching something on YouTube a couple of days ago, where they were talking about the great replacement theory. And then there's a book that is really expensive. You're not going to be able to get a copy of it. I'm telling you right now. It's called The Birth Dearth. The Birth Dearth talks about how by 2045, 2050, the majority in the United States will be either black or brown or both. It will be a majority black or brown. So what the video I was watching is they were talking about the great replacement theory, and the biggest fear that a lot of white folks that subscribe to the idea of the great replacement theory, their biggest fear is retribution. For whatever reason, since the chains came off, white folks have been teaching their children, and their children have grown up, had kids, and teaching their kids that one day the white folks will be a minority, and we, those of us in the black and brown diaspora, we're going to treat them the way they treated us. Problem is this: there has never been an example of this. Never. In fucking just 100 years between 1865 and 1965, there was no proof of this. None. In the 100 years between 1865 and 1965, the majority of violence that was done based on racial lines was from white folks towards black folks, white folks towards brown folks, white folks towards Asian folks. There was never any example of mass black folks. All of a sudden we get Nat Turner in us and go, it's time to kill Whitey, it's time to kill Whitey. That shit's never happened.
Dare say all.
At all, like none.
Here's the thing: when you keep lying to yourself and others that you are the bar that people are jumping and clamoring to hold on to, that's what you believe. White people are all about retribution. White people are all about getting that get back. This is why the United States exists. They couldn't do what they wanted to do over in the UK, so they came over here to stick it to mommy and daddy, and we're gonna get our get back to we're gonna do this, and they
but you know why? Because it's exactly what they would do.
And here's the thing about that.
That's the thing.
Okay, so think about it. If white people will be violent,
roles were reversed. If the roles
if the roles were reversed,
there's never from the get-go.
Yeah, there's
if
never
situation were reversed, they do the same thing to us. They do it to us.
There's never been an example of it ever fucking happening in American history. So how the fuck has this bullshit lie survived past buckle shoes and powdered fucking wigs? There's never been any. Black people have always maintained we do not want extra. We want fair. That has been black folks' argument since day one. All the conversations about reparations has never been about I'm gonna go next door to Cletus. I'm gonna steal Cletus's shit for reparations. It has always been the fact that every time the United States does something to a major group of people, they pay restitution to them. Now, I've always maintained, and I've maintained this shit long before there was a TikTok or I had a voice on social media. There isn't a number big enough that you could fucking give me that will wash away every ounce of fuckery that just the McCormicks, not even the Kearses, because that's my mom's side of the family, just the McCormicks have been through. And to try to say that there's a number that you can give me is insulting and disrespectful. So my thing has always been, why not, instead of talking about money, why not break down things like, for example, that little clause in the 13th Amendment that allows slavery as long as you're being punished for a crime. Take it out. You take that shit out, all them people that are in prison right now that are working for these large corporations don't fucking have to.
Let's take it a step further. Chattel slavery is not off the books in every state.
No. And Mississippi comes in again.
They can put numbers on it by the families because as much as they try to lie to people about having the slave records, they know exactly how much your family's made for them. They know how much you're owed. This is why they've now tried to start yet another diaspora war, but this diaspora war is specifically within the United States, where they're now like, well, how do we know who's supposed to be paid? Are we supposed to pay every black person? Because every black person wasn't here during slavery. Newsflash, motherfucker. Whether the person was dropped in the Caribbean, over in Europe, etc., they are still owed because you all commissioned privateer ships that you invested in, that you made money off of. Because Great Britain, here's looking at you. Did you technically abolish slavery before the United States? Yes, but where was the United States still getting those slaves from? And how
Mhm.
free were the people within your borders? Because I know about all those military service people and those whalers that you sent letters to their masters in the United States when they were no longer able bodied to come and pick them up. And even in the United States, we had more gradual from chattel slavery into indentured servitude than we had the actual release. There were
Yep.
people up until the 1960s that did not know that slavery ended. This is why we did not require Juneteenth to become a federal holiday for
We
us.
really
And for
didn't.
all of y'all that are sitting here bitching and complaining about your jobs where you work outside of the District of Columbia as to whether or not you're getting paid. Newsflash, the United States has not ever had national holidays, which would actually legally make it okay for you to demand payment for and double time and time and a half for holidays. They have federal holidays, which means if you do not work for the federal government or the military or within the confines of the District of Columbia, they don't have to pay you.
No.
And for you weird ass Christians that are acting like there's a war on Christianity, Christianity is the only religion that has a federal holiday. Suck it, bitches. And I'm saying this as a Christian.
The problem I have always had with the argument about retribution isn't just that there is no example of this, there is no widespread example of this. But then when you look at something like the fucking Red Summer of 1919 and 1921, okay? Insurance companies in America labeled anytime a mass of white people attacking a black folks, they labeled it a race riot. And the reason they labeled it a race riot is because had they labeled it a racist massacre, or if they had labeled it an attack from white people on black people, they would have had to pay black people reparations for the damages that were done. But if both sides were involved, oh, it's perfectly okay. Again, there has never been a time in American fucking history where a massive amount of black folks have just decided to tear down a white town. So this idea that somehow black and brown people are going to act the same way white folks did is ridiculous. And Randall just brought something up in the Facebook chat that I wanted to talk about anyway. There was a story out of Minnesota where a visiting family, a black man, his wife, and their 6 kids had not only a flashbang thrown into their fucking car, but a tear gas canister. And their 6-month-old child stopped breathing. And when told about this,
here's the thing. Hold on, quick correction. They were leaving the neighborhood, the suburban neighborhood, because ICE decided to just randomly go down the street and toss tear gas. The house got so bad with the tear gas, they were like, let's load the kids up in the car. Let's drive away from the situation. The kids will fall asleep. We'll let things die down and come back. They threw the flashbang under the premise that, once again, we're fearful. The car is a weapon. So why would you do something that would truly make a vehicle a weapon, like throwing a flashbang at it?
It would have been
multiple of the children were hospitalized, but multiple times. The 6-month-old had to be resuscitated. Now, there are conflicting reports coming out right now. I do not know, because like I said, there's conflicting reports coming out if the 6-month-old has survived.
I'm telling you right now, I would have killed somebody. An ICE agent would have lost his motherfucking life. And it wouldn't have been on some revolutionary shit. It wouldn't have been on some fight back shit. It would have been on some, this is my fucking child. And you threw a motherfucking tear gas canister in a fucking vehicle, and my child had to be, if my child having to be resuscitated once, I'm fucking somebody up. But again, that is me as a dad. You see, those of us who, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Black folks have a PhD in white people.
We do. And as somebody who suffers from seizures and has a touch of some respiratory disorders. Um, Throwing a flashbang at or near a vehicle that I'm in on top of tear gas
Mm.
could be very dangerous. And I'm not saying this as a threat. I know y'all think that black women are not protected,
Okay. Okay.
but I got a man and brothers, whether through genetics or otherwise, that don't play. And I have one particular brother who has said, and he said this publicly, and he legally documented it. Let something happen to me that's unnatural. He is willing to go to some lengths. He said he won't care about freedom.
Somebody got to
at that
go.
point.
Somebody got to go.
And I have 2 adult sons and 2 adult daughters.
Somebody got to go.
The baby, they unhinged. If you think I'm bad, they're able-bodied and cuckoo cuckoo.
Oh, I've already told
Y'all got to stop
Somebody
playing
gotta go.
with people.
And that, but hold on. I want to go back to something though, Taz. I want to go back to something, which is why I wanted to do this tonight, because tomorrow is the national observance of Dr. Martin Luther King's birthday. No man in American history has been used more to push down anybody's natural fucking reactions to disrespect, to death, to injury than Dr. Martin Luther King. If that man could see the way America has used his visage and everything he stood for to tone down and tamper down the anger that black folks have, he would be disgusted. Because every fucking time they got to go, the first thing that ended up happening is, oh, well, what about Martin Luther the King was nonviolent?
Well,
if you
here's
throw
the
a
thing.
fucking
Martin Luther
flash
King
gang in
was
my
not
car, I'm fucking
nonviolent.
killing you.
He was not nonviolent. He did not die of a bullet wound. He died because of a white doctor in the hospital. And a lot of the things that you all quote, you're intentionally being dishonest, because he was very intentional in all of his wording. And this is why y'all don't quote everything, because y'all don't quote his letters. Y'all don't quote his sermons. Y'all don't quote multiple of his speeches. You quote the speech that was geared towards legitimately his children. And you try to put us all under something. He had a dream for his children, not the country, because he then regretted that dream that he had for his children, because he foresaw. And if y'all really had respect for him, you would respect his children. But I watch daily as y'all disrespect his daughter, his son, and now even his granddaughter. Every single day. I'm going to need y'all to quit trying. I need y'all to quit trying to play in our faces, because if you're so notable and you come from such good stock, please, Mr. Brown, where are your descendants? All of these white abolitionists, where are your descendants? I taught yesterday in my adult Black history class, I asked them one question. I said, come back to me next week. Why are people quicker to come out and proudly say that they are a descendant of John Wilkes Booth, but nobody's coming out to say that they are the descendant of a white abolitionist?
Because John Brown scared white people as white people. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I'm going to stop saying, when it comes to black folks, I'm going to stop saying there's certain people that Harriet carried a pistol for. I'm going to ask you, where are the John Brown?
Here's the thing.
Where the fuck are they?
I don't want a John Brown, and let me explain why I don't want a John Brown. A lot of these abolitionists that are propped up were not abolitionists because they were anti-slavery, because they were still anti-black. John Brown couldn't hold down a damn job. He was so in debt, he just like fucking his wife and popping out babies. He got multiple
They
of
do.
his sons killed because he had no forethought. He used and abused a black woman millionaire in order to fund his not fully thought out raids and plans. He moved his family from state to state to state and was like, abolitionism, I can make a name for myself. He wanted the biggest, baddest raid. And he said it with his own words that were documented. It wasn't even about black folks. This is why y'all don't align yourself with white abolitionists, because when you dig into your own family histories, you know that they were no different than the racists. The abolitionists are no different than the white self-proclaimed leftists of today.
Yep. Yep. Far too many of y'all talk revolution, but y'all can't even do a revolution in your house. We would
The
not
only
have
revolution
to keep
they got going on is, what was that Beatles song about revolution? That's all they got is a tune.
some of y'all who call yourselves allies, y'all are ready to go out there and fight for this and fight for that, but you don't like the people that you're fighting for. And a lot of y'all won't even start your revolution in your own fucking house. The
A lot
reason
of y'all
we
won't
have to
start your own revolution. You keep co-opting because you white heifers that are all over threads and Instagram talking about you want to join the Black Panther Party, the new one, and you're wondering why people aren't letting you in, because the most notable non-black members of the Black Panther Party, we found out through FOIA requests that they were FBI informants. Start your own shit. Y'all have no problems being able to find your own way, organize and execute when it comes to getting us out of some place, when it comes to hate and tyranny and savagery. But when it comes to equity, all of a sudden you need to infiltrate, co-op, center yourself, make yourself the victim and the victor. Stay away from our shit.
But that's the thing, though. That is again, it is the bastardification of everything that Dr. King stood for. What we have right now is a lot of pussy brave motherfuckers. The first thing, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I absolutely loathe being asked if I hate white people. I loathe it to my bones.
And can y'all stop saying that I hate white people? Because I do more white people shit than the average white person.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody has. Listen, there are two things in life.
Gambit laughing because he knows it's true.
Listen, there are two things right now in life that we do not have fucking time for. A, asking a black person if we hate white people. We don't got time for it. And B, your fucking guilt. I don't want your guilt. I've never wanted your guilt. As a black man in America, handing me your fucking guilt is basically like pissing in my coffin. I don't want your fucking guilt. Nobody wants white guilt. Nobody's asking for it. We have never asked you to apologize for being white. What we have asked you over and over, we've said it elegantly, like James Baldwin. We've said it at ghetto, like the Ghetto Boys. We've all said the same fucking thing. Fix this shit. And you know the shit you need to fix because you continue to ignore it to come and ask us, well, why do you hate white people? I don't fucking have time to hate white people. I also don't have time to die because of a white fucking cop who's scary and shit. God damn.
You always want to ask us why we aren't in the streets or what you should do and this, that, and the other. You didn't ask us what to do when you created Lake Lanier. You didn't ask us what to do when you bombed the MOVE movement. You didn't ask us what to do when you destroyed Rosewood. You had no problem spitting on small children who were desegregating schools. You had no problem shutting down entire school systems because you didn't want to desegregate and go to school with people. You didn't have a problem with that. You all will come together very quickly to defraud, steal, kill, and destroy. But when it comes to unifying, you wait for somebody else to do it. You come in, you worm your way in, you center yourself as victim and victor, and we never get any further. And the thing about it is, white women, come to the front. I need to talk to y'all right now. You all are the only creatures on the planet that still are not recognized in the Constitution of these here United States as a human being. Everybody else is explicitly listed as human but you. And I need you to realize this, because while everybody else is saying that everything else is a litmus test, black and brown people, especially black women, have been the litmus test for this country, because the same talking points, the same rhetoric keeps getting Groundhog Day, because what they used to say to us, they're now saying to you, white women. Remember when they were saying, oh, I need to see the full video? What are they saying now about Renee Nicole Good? They used to say to us, well, they should have just complied. What are they now saying about Renee Nicole Good? They're saying the same things. I keep telling y'all this, and you keep turning a blind eye and closing your ears off. I wear glasses and hearing aids, and I am hearing the sirens clearer than you are. But at this point, are you done trying to have cutesy abolitionist type of social media posts? Because every fucking winter holiday season, you tell us about how you checked your relative. If you know that relative is problematic and racist and bigoted and has all the isms that are negative, why do you keep going back to keep having this conversation with them? Why haven't you cut them off? If you know that your coworkers are full of shit, why do you keep going to networking events and having cocktails with them after work? If you know your neighbor is full of it, why are you protecting them? I will say this. I commend the women who are stepping forward saying, hey, my husband has been lying to me since January of last year. I just found out he's a fucking ICE agent. I filed for divorce. I've left. I am here for you. For the white women that are like, you know what? I told y'all that I would stand on the front lines. I saw a woman today who got in her car. I just saw the video today. She didn't put it up today. She got in her car when she found out that ICE was in her neighborhood. She drove to the school and picked up black and brown kids and drove them home and told those other kids, go back in the building, and told two teachers, keep them back. I will come back and drive them, so that they wouldn't walk out and be abducted. You have the privilege that you know you have the leverage. You keep saying that you want a change to come, but you have to be the change. You no longer have slaves. We are not your Negro. We are not taking the bullets for y'all. And at this point, they don't even want us. They don't like you. Racism was never set up for a community of people to reign supreme. It was always set up for one person to sit at the top of the hierarchy and piss down on the rest of you.
The problem is, I'll give you an example. I will go back to the 2024 election. Okay. Now, the video I was watching, it was from a white British woman who has done a whole lot of extensive studies on this shit. There is a part of the psyche of white women in America that want to feel safe and secure. And they believe that Donald Trump can give them that. Here is where reality meets whatever fucking fantasy you have in your head. The biggest danger in a white woman's life is her husband or a boyfriend or a baby daddy, usually a white man. They have spooked the fuck out of you with me. They have spooked you. They think my big bald ass is just coming in because I got to have me that white woman's. But the motherfucker that you really need to be worried about is that same fucking guy you go to bed with. Now, when supposedly, and think about it, how many elections did that man was that man at the top of the ticket and the majority of white women voted for? Three elections. No matter what he said, no matter how he acted, no matter how misogynist, no matter how just purely unadulteratedly disgusting, the words coming out of that man's mouth, in 3 presidential elections, the majority of white women have voted for him. Now, a lot of his support, white men have always supported Donald Trump. But then again, white men will always, not all white men, again, I have to say that, but a lot of white men will support the Republican Party. But they love them some Trump. What bothers me is the white women. Because in addition to them scaring you about us, they're telling you in no unsimple terms that you have one job. You were to lay down, push out babies. That's it. That is it. So when they start talking this great replacement theory and they start talking about white women's virtue, it all coalesces around itself. We don't have the patience or the time to try to reassure you. It has nothing to do with whether or not we want to replace. We just want to get along. The white women, y'all know your husbands. Your husbands are out there teaching your child that bullshit. Are you stopping them? Are you at least putting a time out? Are you at least showing some balance? No. When he takes your 3-year-old out to shoot, what do you say? You say anything? Do you say anything? Do you stop him in any way? When he's teaching your son that he works hard and white people work hard and black folks don't, are you stopping him? Because we're not in the fucking house with them. And what ends up happening is they get sent out in the world and they become soldiers or cops or ICE agents or whatever. Look at, and then look at them. They think they're in a war. For what? For what? J.D. Vance, the vice president of the fucking United States, got in front of a crowd and said, you no longer have to apologize for being white. When the fuck was that ever a thing? Who the fuck ever asked for that? Who in the fuck ever asked for that? Who? And I've told y'all before, I've said this year after year after year. Black folks know neither major political party give a fuck about us. We know this. We know this. But we're not stupid. Don't nobody want that shit. We don't want your guilt, nor do we want you to be sorry for being white. We have had concrete conversation about what it is that African Americans in this country want from the large power structure. But who has been the handmaidens for motherfuckers to think that somehow black and brown people are going to replace them? You and the children that you will bring out of this world. It is literally, as day follows night, a white man can sit up and think that black people want to replace him and brown people want to replace him. And if he ain't fucking, it don't matter. He's in a room by his goddamn self. But the moment you give him some ass and a son comes the fuck out, now he has a way to pass that bullshit on. Why the fuck do we have to be the fucking burden or the bearers of your fucking inability to tell your husband ain't nobody thinking like that? And like I said, this is why I say they have bastardized the way America looks at Dr. Martin Luther King. Do you realize there are white folks that still believe that the Triple K and the Black Panther Party for self-defense are the same thing? Why is that? I'm 54 years old. My older sister was the one that told me that bullshit when she was 16. What? Why? Why do y'all still think that? Because for whatever fucking reason, you have to have boogeymen. And if it's a man that speaks Spanish or a Negro with earrings, God damn it, we're your fucking boogeymen. Don't nobody want that. We're not trying to fucking replace. We just want fair. That's it. That is all we've ever asked for. Fair. We have only asked to be treated like fucking human beings. They threw a fucking flashbang and a tear gas thing into a car full of black children. Tamir Rice didn't even get the dignity of being picked up and had handcuffs put on him. They didn't even stop the car when they killed that boy. Elijah McClain kept saying, I'm sorry, to the fucking people who were filling his ass with ketamine that eventually killed him. Breonna Taylor was in her fucking bed. Sandra Bland was pulled over for bullshit. Sonia Massey, she had fucking mental health problems. And what did they get? What the fuck did they get? And yet, here we go. Every time, oh shit, they want my stuff. Or, oh, you want me to feel bad for my skin? I don't give a fuck about that. I've never given a fuck. Never. What I have given a fuck about is this. Treat me like a man. Treat me like a man. You better see that I'm black when I walk up on you. But you will treat me as the fucking man I have been since I was 18 fucking years old. Shake my hand. Ask me what I want. If you disagree with me, fine. Fucking disagree with me. But the moment you try to start bringing back bullshit racial tropes that my grandfather heard, I'm going to fuck you up. If you touch my kids, I'm going to fuck you up. If you touch my grandkids, I'm going to fuck you up. And I have every goddamn right to do it. I get so fucking tired of this. This motherfucker sitting in the White House couldn't wash Martin Luther King's drawers. Drawers. Couldn't. But we got to keep, oh, well, remember what he said. Content of character. So when we judge you in your fucking character, why do you go to your skin? Why? Why? Why the fuck is it that y'all still believe 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years from now that somehow if you are made the minority, we're coming after you? I'm 54 years old. I have been a veteran of 2 branches of the motherfucking military. I mentally cannot handle going out in crowds anymore. All I want to do is live out the rest of my motherfucking life with my woman, play with my kids and grandkids, make good friends, host fucking shows on this fucking radio station.
Pay
I
me
don't
what
want
you
your
owe me.
shit. I don't want white guilt. I've never asked for it. I have never asked for white guilt. Never. I don't care if you feel bad because your ass is white and white people done some stupid shit. That's not my burden to fucking bear. It's not Taz's burden to bear as a black woman. It's not Angry's burden to bear as a black man. And it damn sure isn't Nate's fucking burden to bear for being fucking white. We have only asked for fair. Do not see my color and think, oh, I'm gonna judge him off of these stereotypes. Judge me fairly. Judge me like you would judge any motherfucking body else.
If you're going
God
to market
damn.
yourself as superior and a savior, prove it. Prove it. Because if you're superior and you're a savior would bring in equity.
Equity.
A superior would not have a problem with diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility, because that wouldn't take you out of the competition realm. It wouldn't do that.
Playing field.
But you know that that's not the truth. That's why you demonize these things that you know, and some of y'all about to clutch your pearls, they're not for the rest of us. They're for you. You set up a system where mediocrity was supposed to prevail. But in order to truly be profitable, to be notable, to be historic, mediocrity won't cut it. The DEI, the affirmative action, all of these things, they weren't for us. They were for you. They were for you to keep you in the competitive realm, and you know that. This is why
Jay Thomas.
you fall apart from it. Good night, Jay Thomas. This is why you
Take
fall
care, Jay
apart
Thomas.
from it. But
Yes.
also here's my thing. If you're going to continue to proclaim yourself to be the best of the best, to be the standard, stop saying that culture is supposed to be shared but then showing us that anything that you believe is white culture shouldn't be shared. Share your own culture. You don't have to look to blackness in order to be profitable, to make it a commodity. If you say that you are the standard that the rest of us are hailing from, tell your women to stop going under the knife to look like us. If you are the creme de la creme and you're doing everything correctly, and we're the savages, please explain why there are entire networks, book series, a genre of literature dedicated to how y'all take each other out. I'm going to need y'all to do this. And once again, let me pose this question to you. If you are the superior ones, why did we have to learn your languages? Why do you pretend that our customs are yours? Why do you believe that our spirituality is your version of Christianity? Why do you believe that what is cultural and rooted in us is your novelty? Why didn't y'all stitch together into a quilt of whiteness all of your collective heritages that you put under the umbrella of whiteness? And if whiteness was so great and could never be replaced, why are you fearful of a replacement theory that, once again, y'all came up with? We didn't come up with, because we don't think
We
about
did not
y'all.
come up with that shit.
But also, the secondary thing is, why did you stop expanding the umbrella of whiteness? Why are you now further removing what is considered white? You all are regressing and freaking yourself out more because you're narrowing down what's considered white. You all aren't afraid of being replaced. You're afraid of being relabeled.
I will give you an example of the shit that
Fear
I'm
of
talking
being
about.
irrelevant.
Exactly. Now,
That part too.
there is a
Oh, and Thomas apologized again, but he's not white. He is light-skinned it.
he's light-skinned it. Night, April. I'll give you an example
Night,
of what I'm
April.
talking about. There's a gentleman in Clarksville, Tennessee, by the name of Dalton Etherly. Right? He has Snidely Whiplash's mustache. Dalton, this is what Dalton liked to do. He liked to be packing his gun, his Second Amendment, right? Then he would go up and intentionally fuck with people. He would intentionally go up to black folks, call us niggers, call us chimps, say, look, they chimping out, they chimping out, they chimping out. And he would film himself doing it. He would film himself doing it. Well, white people started getting real mad at this motherfucker. They started really getting mad at this son of a bitch, to the point where they kept calling the police, calling police, calling police. It wasn't black folks who was doing it, it was white people. So Dalton finally gets arrested. And what's the first thing that the judge says? You cannot have your weapon. You cannot have your weapon. Now, he had Chud the Builder, some business where he built shit. That shit went under. People started showing up and stopping, like they didn't want to have any business with him, right? But he's out here, they're chimping out, right? So when the judge took away his weapon, you know what else stopped? Him fucking with people. He stopped going around fucking with folks. He stopped it. He stopped going up to black people, calling us niggas, calling us chimps. He stopped doing it. Why? Because he didn't have that Second Amendment on him. He didn't have his gun.
Yeah, he wasn't.
He was a coward, a fucking straight bitch. Now, Dalton made a video. Where he said, I'm using my First Amendment right to free speech, and they're stopping me from carrying my Second Amendment right. But what Dalton doesn't tell anybody is the fact that he would go out and intentionally antagonize just so that he'd have a chance to shoot somebody. Now, it was white folks that took him down. It wasn't black people. It was white folks. I signed a petition. I can even show it to you. The change.org petition to have the Clarksville, Tennessee Police Department pick this motherfucker up. But he's mad. Where was he mad at? Here. Charlie Kirk is another example. Charlie Kirk was the most racist motherfucking podcaster ever. A white man shoots Charlie Kirk in the neck in the whitest state in the union, in one of the whitest campuses in America. Yet the next day, who got bomb threats? Black colleges, HBCU.
Well,
But
just
somehow,
like there's an ICE agent out of Minnesota that lied to his family and his congregation while being a member of the clergy of a church about being an ICE agent. They found out today. Protesters rolled up and was like, "Hey, y'all know he's an ICE agent." They started leaving.
think about it. They got y'all out here scared that black people will come up and pick up your kids. But there is a story, and Taz, you can look this one up, where a white ICE agent was sexually molesting a kid, like a little kid, like a fucking 5 or 6 year old or something, that he held this child hostage. He held this child hostage.
Thomas, we're up to 15 of those right now.
So explain to me, how are y'all still getting traction out of the the bad black guy that's going to leap out of a tree and take your woman? How are y'all still getting traction out of that? How? Oh, I'm sorry. You don't get it anymore. Now it's a trans person. You see how that works?
It's
You
the
see
same
how that
playbook
works?
that they keep applying to other things to make people feel like, okay, I know I'm being oppressed, but if I oppress these other people, I'll feel better. It's no different than the school bully who's being abused at home. But here's the thing. Here's the thing, y'all. It doesn't stop your abuse. Your it doesn't stop your oppression. It doesn't. You picking up these tenets and going with, because his name eludes me, but the coon that got mollywopped at the one rally.
Oh, you talking about Andre Williams?
Yeah, Mr. Man that got bitch slapped out of Minnesota. Andre Williams been hanging out with him. That's his friend, and he's out here throwing up the Nazi salute right along with this man.
Dumbass. Here's the story. An ICE officer admitted to raping a woman in custody for months. He did this in exchange for letting her see her daughter. David Covalier, 56, pled guilty to sexually assaulting a Nicaraguan woman over the course of several months at a Louisiana ICE detention facility. Prosecutors say he would bring the victim letters and pictures of her daughter, along with food and other gifts, which is against ICE rules. David is said to have hired lookouts for when he raped the woman in a janitorial closet. Initially, David denied the accusation before confessing during an interview in September. He was released on a $10,000 bond and will be sentenced on April 10th, where his charges carry a maximum of 15 years in prison and a fine up to $250,000.
Let me add to that the white nurse.
But the great replacement theory.
Yeah, but let me add to this. The white nurse that was going into the NICU and intentionally and purposely breaking the bones of specifically black babies was also released on $25,000 bond.
Yeah, she pled guilty to 2 lesser charges.
Let me say this. The current facilities, most of them serve a duality, and they're serving a duality so that you don't notice that they're ICE detention centers. I broke them down into categories and I put them up. You can find them at camptaz.blogspot.com. Because a lot of times where you all are protesting, that's not where the people are being held. And we need cameras and we need eyes on where the people are actually being held. And let me explain something to you, how egregious they are, okay? They're holding people at shelters, nursing homes, foster care facilities. hotels. When I say that I broke it down, I broke it down.
I'm just
Let me
wanting to know, how
also
can we be more violent than that? How can we be more violent than a man raping a woman in an ICE detention facility for months while using her daughter as leverage to be able to rape? Can somebody ask me, how's that going to
how
be
can
worse?
we
How
be
can we be
more
worse?
savage than those that have watched the series that I've done with Virginia Roberts Giuffre, one of the most notable victims of Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell, where her white mother knew that her white father, in their poor circumstances in Florida, bought her a horse so that he could molest her, and that he was trading her with men
Mm.
in his circle.
Mm.
Like, I
I'm trying to
need
figure out
y'all to
how we can
be
be worse than that.
honest about what's going on. I need y'all to be honest why so many white women, above all other demographics of women, and I'm not saying it doesn't happen in other demographics of women, I'm saying the numbers are way higher. Why so many white women enjoy being boy moms or label themselves boy moms when they're mothers of daughters and sons. Like, y'all took these labels way too far. Mrs. Kobe Bryant, Vanessa Bryant, called her husband a girl dad because that's all they had was daughters.
Yep.
Y'all started
And he said,
labeling
"Oh no," but Kobe
y'allself.
did say that though. Kobe said that he did tell a woman that, like, if he could have more daughters, he would. He said he's a girl dad, and that's what Vanessa called him as well. So
Yeah, but I'm saying where it took off was from her saying, I know the origins of it.
mhm.
But y'all started calling yourself boy moms and you have daughters. And y'all were creepy. Y'all were out here wanting to do things to your sons and talk about, I was born your mom, but we should have really been lovers. This is why there's a subset of porn category that there is.
Couldn't be me.
This is y'all shit. And here's the kicker. I'm gonna tell you the kicker. I'm gonna tell you the kicker. Once again, because I keep reminding y'all, men set the societal standards, then complain about the standards that they set. You all went from claiming that you were fucking black men that were enslaved because it was supposed to break their spirit. Baby, no man has ever been like, you know what? I'm gonna make you subservient to me by fucking you. You were aroused. It was just
I wasn't.
you enjoyed and you were attracted to black men, and you were tired of those black men ramming through your wife's cooter biscuit because you wanted it too. It was not psychological warfare. It was your attraction. You all still have this attraction, but you don't want to be replaced because you convinced yourself that you're better than everyone else. But your best has never been sent around the globe. The ones that were the best stayed put. The ones that were the best carried on the heritage and the culture. The ones that were the best did not have to go to other countries and live out lies and create tyrannical hierarchies in order to feel great. The pilgrims were not running from persecution. They were tyrannical, and this is why you're tyrannical now.
I will say this much though. This is a hard conversation for a lot of Caucasians in America to have. And the reason it is because in certain people's mind, I won't even say everybody, but in certain people's mind, we have made strides and we should celebrate those strides. The problem with celebrating a stride is this. When you start at absolute evil, kind of evil don't cut it.
It's not a hard
Kinda,
conversation for them to have
no,
because
but think
they're
about
having
it.
them all the time amongst each other. And here's the thing.
But they're always coming up with the same argument, though, Taz. They always
No,
come up
they're
with the same argument. It's us not working hard. It's Mexican people stealing it.
because
Come on now.
it's talking points. It's not an
Oh,
argument. It's
absolutely.
not a belief. It's not a hard conversation to have because they have it amongst themselves. They know the truth and they pass the truth amongst each other. Now, I will admit this caveat. There is a new generation that they haven't let in on that they're lying to one another. See, for so many generations, they told each other, like, yeah, this is what we tell them outside. We know the truth. And if you tell them this, that, and the other, you can have this going for you. They stopped doing that. So now you have this duality of people who know the truth and people who are just drinking the fucking Kool-Aid and they about to timber go on to Beelzebub. It's not a hard conversation for them to have. They're avoiding the conversation because the hard conversation is them admitting that they don't put any energy and effort into themselves.
I really would like to know. Think about this. America reaches a point where technology has reached up to these old conversations, the conversations about race and sex and nationality and things of that nature. And how is it that motherfuckers operate? Keep my Confederate statue daddy, but don't teach me why that fucking statue matters.
Or don't teach why your Confederate statue daddy didn't want the Confederate statue up in the first place.
Exactly. So you will run over Heather Heyer and you will fucking march in Charlottesville with fucking tiki torches to not have these statues taken down. But at the exact same time, this is the mindset. You want us to not talk about why those statues were up in the first place because it makes you feel bad.
They're not going to talk about it until a non-conservative, straight white man who appears Christian and has children and a wife has his life taken by the government. Then they'll be willing to have the conversation. They don't care about a marginalized individual riddled with melanin dies. They don't care if a white woman dies. We've seen this 101 times. But it is a
think
white
about what
man.
Ezra Klein said, though.
Remember if it's a white man, and I know a lot of people are like, but Charlie Kirk, that's why I say it, a non-conservative. It has to be somebody that doesn't fit the mold, that's not fighting back, that's just going about their life, that dies by the hand of this current regime. Then they'll be ready to have the conversation, because at that point, they'll hit the pause button. And they'll realize that they're in danger too. Now, in the back of their mind, they know that they're in danger. They know that they are the keepers of the family annihilators. They know that they are the keepers of the savagery. And what they fear most isn't quite the replacement theory. It's what I call the Phyllis Wheatley theory. What they fear is just like Carolyn Bryant. In 2 generations, nobody will know Carolyn Bryant's name. And many of y'all probably don't know this. The majority of Carolyn Bryant's family right now is Black.
The fucking thing is, I think about Ezra Klein. After Charlie Kirk was killed, Ezra Klein does this fucking op-ed in the Atlantic. Charlie was doing politics the right way. You have got to be fucking kidding. So, and that's when Ta-Nehisi Coates gave that motherfucker, handed that motherfucker his head on a platter, I was cheering, because Charlie Kirk, supposedly, according to Ezra Klein, was doing politics the right way.
He wasn't even doing politics.
Exactly. You mean to tell me a fucking a college dropout racist was doing politics the right way? So what exactly way was he doing it? Well, let's see. When he debated grown adults that knew better, he got his motherfucking ass whooped. So he started the college circuit. And then, even with the college circuit, it was not for education. It was all about, let me get the clicks and the views and, oh, this will look good. Fucking Dean Withers and Parker and the rest of them jackasses was chasing this fucking college dropout on college campuses. But that's doing politics the right way. So the way Taz does it must be wrong, because Taz doesn't go to fucking college campuses. She will tell you exactly what the fuck is going on. She gives you the who, the what, the where, the when, the why, and the how. The way Gambit does politics obviously must be wrong, because Gambit will literally show you, here's the shit you said. Here's how it's not fucking right. The way Angry does politics must be wrong. And it's thousands of people like that. But for some reason, Ezra Klein did not want to touch on the fact that Charlie Kirk said a bunch of racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, and homophobic shit.
The clip farmers over at Turning Point USA, because Charlie Kirk never won a debate.
Never.
Their clip farming put out clips of Charlie getting owned every single time. Go through the archives. If y'all think that I'm joking, go back, look through their social media. It's not this is where
Charlie
this is why I say non-deconstructing racist white people will lie for one another and lie to one another just for the sake of keeping up the ruse. Because these are people like, no, you just got to clip, you got to watch the whole thing, but they lie. You can clearly see. Actually, let me give you a more up-to-date example. The people who ride for Pearl, who we just discovered is a baby mama.
And we also just discovered that Pearl is stupid.
Yeah, that she's sitting there and people are like, yeah, you won. This is what happened. This was wrong.
No.
People, they're going to lie. They will lie to you to your face. When people say, oh, well, Trump lied to us. No, they lied for the sake of Trump. You watch it every day in real
They continue to do it.
Tell the truth about it. But then there's something that I realized after a conversation that I had today. I had a hard conversation with somebody that I was trying to support. And I realized this person wants to white woman and wants to hide her racism by piggybacking on a black woman being dogpiled on the internet. And this woman doesn't want, and it brought something to mind. Walk with me here for a minute. These same people, just like with Pearl, that they'll lie. These are the same people who cheered on at the RNC, the mass deportation now signs and all this stuff, trying to say, oh, they're not shocked. These are the same people that said Trump speaks plainly, but decided to interpret for us. These are the same people that created fake information and warrants and police reports regarding Renee Good and her wife and all of this stuff. These are people who are willing to lie. And having a conversation with this woman, I apologized multiple times because I realized in this situation, there were 3 of us in this situation. All 3 of us were wrong. I wasn't going to nitpick. I just said, you know what? I was wrong. I'm going to apologize. This person kept doubling down, doubling down, doubling down. MAGA and what we're experiencing right now, and I'm going to keep saying it until people get it. They want to be the victim so that you feel sorry for them, but they also want to be viewed as the victor. And if you think I'm joking, look at Trump himself, the head of the beast right now, because Trump will position himself as a victim. All of his cronies come out and lie for him. And then he pretends that he fixed everything, because remember, he said that he stopped 8 wars when in all actuality,
he stopped
historically sound, he bombed 8 nations. And we're not even at the one
shit.
We're not at the 1-year mark until Tuesday.
I want y'all to think about this for a second. I'm not even going to talk about Obama. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I'm going to bring up every president before Barack Obama. Has anybody in their life ever seen more excuses made for the commander-in-chief of the United States than we've heard in the past over 10 years with this motherfucker being on the damn scene? I have never, and I'm serious, I
He
told y'all, my
surpa-
favorite
he
president is.
surpassed Mr. He surpassed Mr. Polio
Oh my God.
because they had so many excuses with President Polio, and he has exceeded.
He
has exceeded that.
is gonna be nobody. Every single fucking time, it's an excuse for Trump, an excuse for Trump, an excuse for Trump, an excuse for Trump. But he also, because this is the other half of it, he also wants to be looked at as the best ever. Motherfucker, I'm sorry. Good husbands do not have to have people making excuses for why their wife caught them in bed with another woman. Good husbands.
Let me put it to people like this.
They constantly
I don't know about anybody else on this panel, but I know this is true for me, and I know this is true for Thomas. People have hung us out to dry because of the actions of people that we were friends with or people that we had conversations with online. People hold grudges over years and to this day for things we had nothing to do with. There are people who refuse to follow us, watch anything. If they even hear our voice, or see our name, they are willing to block those people. But there are so many people who have excuses for the egregiousness of Trump. I remember I was hung the long way, split down the middle, and flipped inside out. Because I took to TikTok and told people not to jump to conclusions and wait for somebody, a GCPR member, okay? I said wait for them to be able to speak for themselves. That's all I said. I didn't know the facts of the matter, and I was just like, hey, maybe wait for this person to speak for themselves. To this day, I still get hate messages behind it.
I was told
hate messages by just saying, let this person speak for themselves. But y'all got 101 excuses for Trump, and I need y'all to realize you have those excuses for Trump because you want somebody to have those excuses for you.
Yep. I will forever remember every time somebody in the guild would do something, it would inevitably come back to me. This person over here kicking kittens. What does Thomas the villain know about it?
How dare you, Thomas?
They fucking know about no goddamn kitten kicking. The fuck are you talking about? Hey, this person over here is sniffing women's socks in the locker room. What did Thomas know? I'm put at a level, and mind you, I'm over here trying to do my own shit. But I got to worry about this. But American society has made more and bigger and larger and just more ridiculous fucking excuses for Donald Trump doing the shit that Donald Trump does. And people have become so fucking used to motherfuckers making excuses for him that they give them the excuse before he fucks up. We are not, right now, there may be plans to invade Greenland. There very well may be plans to invade Greenland. Might be,
Greenland
might not
or Mexico.
Or Mexico, right? But I heard somebody on
okay, the word just escaped my head as I said that.
And or Colombia.
But no, down here in Kentucky, where the military is, I can't think of the word.
Fort Bragg. No, that's North Carolina. I'm tripping.
No, no, the individual. I don't know why I can't think of it. But anyway, they're on high alert.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Don't.
I have been given good information that they're told that maybe by the end of the week they may deploy, but they've been given three places that they may deploy to, and they're like, why are we going there?
Now, I watched, as I normally do, I scan TikTok and I hear people's lives, right? I heard a man, this was today, on a live. Somebody asked him a simple question. Why do we need to invade Greenland? The answer this man gave, and I swear for Rao, I am not making this up. The man said, we've got to get to it before Russia does.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Because he had the nerve to do a follow-up and go, it's like talking to a brick wall. Y'all don't get it. And people were like, there's multiple countries in between the United States and Greenland and Russia. Like, and Greenland is a part of NATO.
Thank you. We got to get to Greenland before Russia does.
But
they are already making excuses.
Was that Trump can control Putin. If Trump just picks up the phone and tells Putin not to do it, he won't do it.
Now I'm going to bring up Obama. Now I am going to bring up Obama, and I'm going to bring up Obama like this. Over the past 10 years, when y'all have seen Trump do anything, if you sit here and tell me you have not seen, now if that was Obama, you's a goddamn lie. I will call you liar to your face, sir. That if Trump has done some shit that you have looked at and said, now if that was Obama. Because Obama had to
would have been like, give me a soda button, the world would have imploded.
Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks came out and said she was wrong. She did not know Trump was going to be this bad. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Like
yes,
I said on the Taz Effect Friday,
yes,
I saw those
you just didn't think it was going to affect you.
Videos. She knew how bad he was going to be. Her ass. I know a conservative wedding when I see one.
Yeah. You knew. You fucking knew. And the problem with you knowing is
you didn't think it was going to affect you.
Exactly. And
she forgot that her last name was Kasparian.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the mindset of most fucking people when it comes to that man. The reason people say shit like, now, if that had been Obama, is because you know for a fucking fact Obama would have never been able to get away with any of that shit. The reason y'all heap so much fucking weight on Kamala Harris is because you realize nobody was going to be able to do the shit that Trump did and get away with it. You
and
fucking
here's the thing.
knew.
They thought, they in their little feeble minds, they thought, you know what, I voted for this. I held up my little mass deportation sign. They thought that people would be like in the movie Ants, just lined up, and they would just visually look at them and go, you got to go, you can stay. They forgot that not all of their last names to these undereducated fucks sound American to them. And they're pissed off that they're now being targeted and rounded up, and people that they're coming directly to their addresses. They're coming to their hearings and everything else. And they're like, I don't give a fuck what you look like right now, because they're looking at last names. When people started coming out saying, hey, on FAFSA, they're asking us what brand of white we are, because they're reversing the hierarchy.
Yes. Everybody knew. Everybody and their grandmother knew what kind of motherfucker this was the first time. The first time. But the first woman to ever had a major political ticket had to be held to a standard higher than his. He could be a piece of shit, but Hillary Clinton had to walk on water while bringing babies out of the water and make Bill a sandwich.
No, here's the irony. Here's the irony of Hillary Clinton, okay? Because I'm going to come straight down the middle. White men, you want your women to shut the fuck up and let you cheat, let you abuse them, let you denigrate them, let you disrespect them. Hillary did that. Then when Hillary turned around and was like, you know what? I was a pretty good senator. I was a pretty good Secretary of State. Let me make this run. Y'all held against her what you said you wanted your traditional wife to be. Somebody that would turn a blind eye to your abuse, your cheating, and everything else. And then y'all were getting pissy because then your wives were side eyed and you like, bitch, what? You got a problem. Just like you ICE agents and ICE agent sympathizers are looking at your wives now because y'all forgot the standards that you needed them to be comfortable with. But y'all got pissy and mad at Hillary Clinton for doing what you wanted her to do.
And my
because I
problem is always going to
remember
come down.
Republicans and Democrats alike were high-fiving fucking Hillary for standing by her man through all of that scandal, through the impeachment, through even his gubernatorial philandering when it all came out, when he became.
But the problem has always been when he ran against, when Trump ran against Clinton, Clinton had a higher threshold than he did. All he had to do was be white, breathe, and show the fuck up. When he ran against Biden, oh, well, okay, we got two old white men, and Trump acted like he ain't had no motherfucking sense. He was about to bite somebody with that shit. But they had to get him the fuck out of there.
He was talking about his penis size, his hand size, and everything else.
Think about it. How many motherfuckers do you think would even be allowed on the goddamn ballot after they caused the fucking insurrection in the goddamn United States? If I cause an insurrection at my goddamn mayoral office, you think I could then turn 4 years later and go, I think I want to be mayor? No. They would go, hey, you the motherfucker that was connected to that bullshit. Felonies used to be one of them things you couldn't have. Oh, I'm sorry. When black folks was catching felonies, you can't vote, can't own a gun, can't rent a house, can't get a job, right?
Here's the thing. In the
history of the United States, he's the first and only fucking 34-time convicted fucking felon to be president of the United States.
People were so quick to point out that a TV judge who happened to be a black man, well, he can't actually be a judge. He went to prison and he got it. It was TV. But we got 15 minutes left.
I know. I want, and Randall, I want to address what you said. Taz, why are you and Thomas preaching to us white folks who don't follow white racism to harm POCs? We are all in sync. Randall, I need you to understand something. I desperately need you to understand. Because you are A1 since day one, so you should know where I'm about to go with this. There is going, if this speech is never going to be for a person like yourself, but this speech is going to be for anybody who, A, this is the first time they watch the show, B, they're not really versed on the fucking politics of the four of us.
I'm going to interrupt right now.
Go ahead.
Randall, this is for you. First of all, I am very intentional what I say, and I keep saying for non-deconstructing white people, I'm intentional in what I say. The journey you believe that you're on, Randall, you're not on. And you need to do some reconciling and you need to do some self-reflecting. And I mean that earnestly and honestly, and I mean that from a good place. And I really need you to look deep and think about what your issue is specifically with me. Because every other time we have these conversations, my name comes up. Now, you and I have been able to speak on a different show. And I thought that we came to an understanding. But you're not coming to that understanding. You are part of that subset of white people. It's becoming more and more obvious the more we go on. You've labeled yourself. You've patted yourself on the back. And Randall, don't throw a fit. You haven't actually done the work.
And
it's time for you to do the work and actually start to deconstruct. Because once again, I'm intentional in what I say. As a historian, as an educator, and as a black queer woman who has to be intentional for their own safety. As much as I travel the highways and byways, I know I cannot be as boisterous and as militant as my soul wants me to be, because there are times where I'm solo dolo and I don't need nobody trying to take me off the census before I feel like my work is done. But you have more work to do. And
You're never too old to learn,
because I
Randall.
do have respect for you, Randall, and because of the conversations that we've had, I believe that if you start walking in the right direction, you'll be on that escalator to deconstruction. But I'm not going to placate you, and I'm not going to pat you on the back, and I'm not going to give you a gold star and make it seem like you've accomplished something that you haven't. You haven't started the work. And I've watched your comments since I've been on this show on Facebook, because for a long time, for a long time since I've been here, I was the only one responding to you over there on the Facebook. So I am a little bit in my feelings that you got issue with me. Um, but you like to center yourself, which is also another telltale sign that you're not deconstructing. So do not have a knee jerk reaction. Do not feel the need to respond tonight. I want you to take in what I'm saying and mull it over. Really mull it over throughout the course of this week.
It's never we're never chastised. We're just signifying.
Oh
America
no, I
is fucked up.
chastise.
Oh,
I
okay. Well,
chastise.
I'm sorry. I'm not chastised. Listen, Taz,
I chastise. I'm not holding
you're chastising the
hand.
motherfucker.
Ain't no damn way. You're older than me, and you done lived through stuff that you should have reconciled with a long time ago. You old enough that you went to a segregated school, and you gonna
When
come
work is
to the
never
table the way that you coming to the table, but you gonna act like your eyes are wide open. You gonna act like you don't understand why there's reservation. But in all honesty, I'm always willing to have a conversation. Email the station.
Please.
I'm going to say this publicly. I do have a public email. I don't know if you know how to find it, but anybody on here who gets it, give him my give him my email. We can sit down and we can have a chit chat. I don't have a problem with it, but I'm not going to placate you. I appreciate your support here, but I'm going to talk specifically for me. If I am such a problem for you and you keep adding people to the list with me, because Randall, I see what you're doing. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It does have to do with me. Why do you keep coming back? And why do you keep coming back and learning nothing? I'm not gonna sit here and gas you up. That's a genuine question. Because how are you here week after week after week with all the conversations that we're having, all the points of views, all the lived experiences that we're giving you, all of the education that we're giving you? We're giving you double master's level education for free. And you're showing that you still ain't learned shit.
I will put it this way. There is a absolute 100% reason that when the slot came open, I wanted Taz here. I wanted her above everybody else. When I brought it to Angry and when I brought it to Gambit, they both literally all three of us said the same thing at the same time. But there was a reason I wanted Taz here. Because out of pretty much almost, out of a lot of women that I know, Taz is very direct. She's more than just a pretty face. And yes, she is more than an asshole. She knows her shit. She can keep up with us. So when I asked her, the first thing she said is, "Are you serious?" I'm like, yes. Taz was the first and quite honestly, the only name I thought of. She was
didn't know
literally the
that.
first and yeah, you were. I'm telling you that. This is not me kissing Taz's ass in front of her. You can ask Angry, you can ask Gambit because they both said the same thing. Taz was the first and only name that I thought of because she knows her shit. When Taz is on, nobody is fucking with her. Period. She is literally what has elevated this show.
Don't cry. It was inevitable.
Don't cry. You better not start crying on
It
me now.
was
Don't do that.
inevitable.
Don't do that.
Don't cry for me.
Don't do that.
It's inevitable.
And I mean, I know a lot of intelligent women.
No, y'all don't know the week that I've had, so.
Well, God damn it. That's why you come here. You were literally the only name I thought of.
Yeah.
The only one. When I brought it to Angry and I brought it to Gambit, they both said the same. Well, what about Taz? Oh, shit. Well, I'm glad we're all on the same fucking page. You bring something to this show that we haven't had, I want to say since it went to 4 people. Put it that way.
Thomas, I'm supposed to break you. You're not supposed to break me.
The fuck out of here. No, it ain't happening all the damn time. But it's honest. You
By
bring
our
something.
powers combined, we can
Literally, you bring something here that I think, and if Angry and Gambit would be being honest about it, we kind of all felt it. We were a little bit out, a little bit drifting. The guild was drifting. We were drifting. The show wasn't really cohesing. It wasn't coalescing the way it should.
Yeah.
So when the slot came open, the first and only name I could think of was yours. Yes, Randall, Taz is going to challenge you. Understand that. But I back her ass to the end of my life.
It's out of love. That's why I started
exactly.
the show,
Nobody
Randall,
comes here
saying that you owe me Reese cups, Randall, because I only make jokes about my snacks with people that I have respect for and people that I love. I don't randomly joke about that. And Randall, I genuinely don't want you to take it the wrong way. And I'm gonna say something. Thomas, you might come out the bag with me because I normally don't do this, but I think that it's okay. I had spoke to Thomas and I told Thomas that, hey, when I did my guest spot on the Kennedy Effect, when you called in and we spoke, and I told Thomas, I thought we left off at a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely did. But Randall, you keep poking the bear. And I think at this point, you and I need to sit down and have a conversation. And I'm not saying this because I think we're going to come to fisticuffs.
No.
I think that without all the other things that are discussed, if we sit down and we genuinely talk one-on-one, I think we'll understand each other better. And stop saying that I hate white people, because I do more white people shit
nobody
than
hates white
anybody
people.
else.
I think that
I'm the queen of white people shit. Okay,
dear God.
And I thought
First of all,
here's the thing.
Every time you talk about some food, I'm like,
oh, see, and here's the thing. I thought I did a lot of white people shit.
you ain't got shit on her. No. That woman has high heel Uggs.
Like the second she said she had custom Crocs and high heel Uggs and high heel Crocs.
You can't do it. You can't do it, man.
I got.
You ain't gonna beat that.
I got out-whited.
Yes, you was very out-whited.
First of all, when a white femme presenting person called me and said, "Hey Taz, stop doing white people shit," I knew I went too far. I knew I girl bossed way too close.
Flew too close to this.
And then they went into my own personal Signal chat.
Oops.
And said, "Hey Taz, stop doing white people shit." But also, if y'all ever gang up on me again and have me cry on air,
Taz, I didn't.
Hey, whoa, hey,
never
hey,
said- I
hey,
nev-
hey, 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 hey,
Hey.
hey, hey, that was him.
Hey,
That
man.
wasn't me.
That was me, and I didn't say that to stroke your ego or anything. I mean every fucking word I said.
No, I
Every
know
word
you
of it.
didn't. You're the quintessential big brother. I didn't take it as an ego stroke.
I'm being honest. Right now,
You
I
know,
would
on
put you.
Sunday, that's the only day that I do my makeup. I done wiped off all, and I don't even like do makeup the way you probably supposed to do makeup. I done wiped off. I got makeup on the
I-
back of my fingers right about
Listen.
now. I got snacks to eat after this.
Yes, you do. But I'm honest.
And now
I
I'm
would
gonna have
put you
makeup
in
on
a
the snacks
room.
because I'm not about to do this.
I would put you in a room with some of the best and brightest voices, and you would hold your own. That's that
It's
from
time
a
for
from a
final thoughts.
listen from
Final
a
thoughts.
Final thoughts.
final thoughts. God damn it! So from a owner standpoint, from a co-host standpoint, there was no other name we were going to put in that chair. Period. Remember, there was a show we did, and you called me right after. And what did I tell you? What did I tell you? Every show ain't gonna be a hit him out the park. We're gonna have shitty shows. We're gonna have fantastic shows. But just know,
I know.
This
'Cause I
is
thought
your
that I
house.
bombed
it
on
don't
that
matter.
show.
Listen,
And
you can
I
bomb.
learned a lesson. I learned a
Yes.
lesson that I didn't, because first of all, my sister from another mister just got me all the way together.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
You didn't
but
get
I
picked
don't
randomly.
I don't like to disappoint. But I
You never have.
also as everybody on this panel knows, I always say I give what I expect to receive.
Yeah.
If I give correction, I expect correction. And if you don't correct me, I don't believe that you love me. And everybody on this panel has known that I've fought the hard fight. And even recently, I've made changes because I didn't want people to feel like I had favoritism going
Gambit?
on.
I mean, who angry?
But hush.
Well,
I
everybody loves me.
also- But here's the thing. I'm still the favorite. I love you, twin. I love twin. Where
Hey,
have you
look, you could be,
been?
you could be, you could be.
Nobody
I had no
knows
problem
me.
being second favorite.
No, we're equally favorite. But I will say this. I for a brief moment, I felt like I couldn't feel shoes, and then I realized
Did you
this
wear
wasn't
flip
the
flops?
Wizard of Oz. No, this wasn't the Wizard of Oz. I didn't have to
No.
feel nobody's shoes. I could bring
Fuck
my
no.
own. And also, I also realized that you gentlemen respect the fact that I'm not going to let placating disinformation, misinformation, or anything stand.
And why would you? Fuck out of here.
And I got a backpack with a ball sack in it. No, I'm just playing.
Listen, I will surmise our fucking final
Oh,
thoughts.
T.
this way.
Nathan, we sorry. Hold on, we about
Hold
to wrap
on.
it up.
I will play. I will boil our final thoughts down to that. This has never been my show. It has always been a group effort. I might have been the only constant in it, but this has never been just the Thomas show. I've never had that since day one. But right now, and I mean this with everything in me, right now, I think we have the best lineup, period. It is good enough to where if I say, hey, I'm not going to do the Villains View anymore, it's fine. It's in good hands. because it's got you three. Whoever sits in this fucking chair as number 4, it doesn't really fucking matter. The show still goes on.
I mean, my personality could sit in chair 4 because I came to settle records.
Lord. I'm proud of y'all. I am absolutely proud of y'all. Not just as a co-host, but as the fucking co-owner of the station. I'm proud of y'all. None of y'all got picked randomly. Nobody sits in here because, oh my God, I really have, like, no. Y'all were picked for a reason. Taz, I expect you to be the opinionated loud, to sell the records. Angry, I expect you to come in with the quick quips, followed by, let me get off this camera so I can smoke this bomb. Gambit, I expect you to be profound.
Why you get up all in my business like that, man?
My bad.
First
Gambit,
of all, also Angry is also the one that goes, Taz, I'm gonna go ahead and edit that out at the end.
Yes. Gambit, I expect you to be the profound, deep voice who is funny as hell at the right fucking time. I get to just hang out with y'all. I feel like I have to keep my stride because this is us. And there's nobody that can fuck with us.
Oh, cool. You gonna come hang out with me tomorrow on the Taz Effect?
Who, me?
No, the other.
I don't know.
No, the other Thomas Bishop.
Don't know.
Oh,
Gotta talk to the wife. I gotta talk to the wife, but maybe.
And I will. You know I will.
I already know. But
I will hand deliver her some jambalaya.
Who, me?
Some red wine.
Could we not?
And some homemade cheddar bay biscuits.
Could we not?
Who, me?
I know how to talk.
There's a reason.
My friend.
There is a reason that The Villain's View is one of the crown jewels of GCPR. This show and Jeff's show were the first two and only two at a certain point that we had. That's why this bitch is one of the crown jewels. And I'm sorry, no disrespect to any other foursome in radio or on video or whatever, but you ain't fucking with us. It's not.
Wait a minute.
Sorry.
Is that why everybody's views spike when I come on?
Just saying. I'm just saying. You not fucking with us.
Records.
Listen. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Taz has sold all the records that could be sold out of the trunk of our cars. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen.
Master P, actually. Call me
Lord.
Master T. Damn.
God, I knew she was going there. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for Conversations with T. Nathan. And as for us, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for listening. We will see you all in 7 whole days. Ladies and gentlemen, the villains. Oh, Randall said, go to PM, send him a private message.